Right, I'm here outside the Olympic Stadium. Adam can't be here, unfortunately, so I'll be doing the fan cams. Obviously, it's a 0-0 here today. It's not very good. Positive is that De Gea got his clean sheet. We're definitely second, but obviously, playing with no striker, I thought it might have worked. It didn't. Alexis, I thought he could have done a lot better if he was up there on his own, but as well, he didn't have the support. And, you know, I think we need to rethink that what we're doing. I think defensively it was quite solid. It was, you know, they never looked like trouble in us, but attacking, we just didn't have a clue. And whether that's Pogba being petulant at the end, kicking out, lashing out, we need to sort of think, and Josie needs to grab these players and give them a really good talking to. Obviously, I'm going to speak to the fans. I'm here with Tom. Tom, what did you make of this?
I just thought it was an awful performance. I didn't like it. Playing 5-3-2, I think it looked like it. Against a bottom half team was not great. Playing three central defenders, Pogba needs to dictate the game more.
Were you disappointed with Pogba? He seemed to lose his head as well.
What do we pay 90 million for? We want him to dictate the game, control the game. He would have scored that header at Juventus. I just thought the lineup was against West Ham was pretty.
It was negative because it was three defenders. You know, there was no number 9. What did you think when you saw that lineup?
Negative. Yeah. Look, we got a point. We're second. We're guaranteed second. Is that right?
Guaranteed.
What? Under Ferguson, we would have won that, and that's a fact. But I just thought we should have done better. Pogba should have done better.
Do you think it's pressure? Do you think it's pressure on the boys? Like Pogba, you said he would have scored that header.
I don't know. Is it Mourinho? I don't know. Is it the players? I don't know. That's what the media say. I don't know. But for me, it's one of those things, Natalie. You know what I mean? You look at the team. There's what I don't know what everybody on Sky Sports thought, but to me that was negative. 5-3-2 against West Ham. That's piss poor. It's piss poor. You know. You look at back in the 90s, back in the 90s, the early 2000s. We wouldn't have done that at West Ham. Even at the bowling ground at Upton Park, we wouldn't have done that. And coming here, people travelling down from Manchester to see that piss poor of a performance.
I mean, are you confident now? You know, final to look forward to. You know, clean sheet for De Gea.
It's United. Yeah. We have to be positive. You know what I mean? It's Mourinho is Mourinho. So he'll bring out the magic. But then again. It's just.
I can see it. I know how you feel. I think everyone feels.
I don't know. We expect better from United. You know what I mean? I thought Lingard and Sanchez looking at the two up front. Do we need another striker? I don't know. Maybe.
I thought when they were running, and you know, their keeper had a worldie.
He did, and Lingard brought 3 or 4 great saves from Adrian. But. What do we expect from United? We expect to, like, the song, we often score 6, but we seldom score 10. Where's that song anymore? We don't blow teams away like we did against Wimbledon, Ipswich. Those songs back in the 90s, you know, when I grew up as a child, when we sang United. But you don't see that anymore, Natalie, you know what I mean? We don't blow teams away that we used to, and it's quite a shame, really. But then again...
I know how you're feeling, mate. I know how you're feeling.
I just hope, look... Wembley. Green man, boys, 10:30.
I'm here with Ollie. Ollie, what did you think of today?
You know, last time I was on fan cam, it was outside Crystal Palace, yeah?
Yeah.
And I just didn't see the passion today from the team. I didn't see any sort of desire or anything, you know. Also, especially at this time of the season, I think we've got to get Rashford and we've got to get Martial on.
What do you think when they weren't playing?
I was gutted because I think they're great players and they just need a bit of... They need a chance. They're not getting the chance.
Well, you can say Brighton was that chance, so...
That's true, that's what I'm thinking, but again, one chance, you know what I mean? They need steady time, they need some time to get into it, and they need to work together. We've got no...
Number 9.
Yeah, they've got no number 9. We also look like we haven't played together before. Do you know what I mean? Out there, 0-0 against West Ham.
I mean, can you see the positives, though, in this performance?
I can see that we got a clean sheet, but that's about it. I mean, we've secured second place, but... Now we've got to look on to next Saturday against, you know, in the FA Cup.
Yeah. Are you confident for that?
I am confident, yeah, of course. You've got to be confident. Yeah. Got to be.
Thank you, Ollie. What did you think of today's game, though, Gary?
We didn't play very well, but I think I'm a little bit of a Moyes fan, so he defends deep and he out of possession. He knows how to nullify a game, and we weren't cute enough to beat him, were we? We weren't cute enough to fucking play around him.
When you saw that lineup, were you concerned?
Not really. I mean, at the end of the day, the cup final's all that counts Saturday week, and we need to win that one. So I don't give a shit.
I'm here with TJ. TJ, what do you think of that today?
The performance was bad, but the away end was just rocking. It was.
Yeah.
It was like we were just playing for the draw today, but at least we got second confirmed now.
Do you think that's what Mourinho was going for? Because obviously a point confirmed it.
Yeah, like at the end he was bringing on all them defenders. I didn't see, like, we just didn't want to attack today. Yeah. It was just like we were just playing for the point from the start.
What did you think of Marcus Rashford and Martial both not starting?
I don't know. He starts with a three at the back, but he should play Martial and Rashford, because that defence, yeah, they would have their pace would have finished that defence.
Think we would have won if they had played?
Yeah, most probably, yeah.
He needs to get a few more defenders.
Are you confident for the final?
Yeah, just stick Herrera on Hazard, and it'll be the same result.
Right, thanks a lot, TJ. Right, it's Natalie. I'm here with Dom. Dom, what do you think of Moyes?
Don't like him. I could use like more colourful language, but I probably don't, because that's a bit harsh. But same as what you guys thought when he was at you. Anti-football, awful tactics, doesn't like a substitution, dinosaur.
Obviously, with us, we were going for the league. We were just champions. With yourselves, obviously, he's come in to keep you up. So he has done his job, and he has.
He hasn't kept us up. Teams below us being awful have kept us up, and Arnautovic's goals have kept us up. Moyes done all right when he first come in. Right, we looked a lot fitter. You know, we beat Chelsea. We gave Man City a good game, which not many clubs would do. Won away for the first time, but apart from that, if the season was about 5 games longer, I reckon we would have gone down. You know.
Okay, so obviously you said you won at you beat Chelsea, did well against City. Obviously you just got a point here. It's positives.
That game tonight is a farce. I don't, with all due respect, I do not see drawing at home to Man United as a massive woohoo we drew against United, because your manager, right, doesn't play football. He spends 500 million, yeah, and you're finishing second, about 20 points. You're finishing a very far second. To be honest, right, I keep forgetting you're second, because every time I watch Man United, the football is atrocious. As you got on Sky Sports every week, I fall asleep. Seriously, I think Mourinho is the clock's ticking for him here at you lot. I really do, because I think he's come in for Fergie. All right, won 2 trophies last year, but he hasn't really he hasn't really got the Fergie foundations, has he? If you know.
He's in the final now. My opinion.
And he'll go, because he doesn't stick around for long, does he? That's what he's like. He's an arrogant. He'll blame it on everyone else. It's never his fault. Blokes are, yeah.
My opinion is improvement on what we had.
Yeah, he's improved you, right? Like in terms of under Van Gaal, but not as much as the whole media and the whole world would have wanted to, right? I mean, obviously I don't support United, but I can see like you don't play well. You don't play like, I think second in the league for you is a big smoke screen. I mean, obviously being the West Ham sport before anyone jumps on the bloody attacking me for it. Obviously I know we're crap, but you're good and crap.
Where we've come from to this, yeah, it's not where we want to be, but it's slow progress.
Obviously, I'd love to be second in the league, but obviously, yeah, like you say, from your point of view, it's poor. And it's a very poor second league place for you to be in. Like, considering all the money you spent, you know.
I think everyone spends money, obviously. Maybe not West Ham and etc.
Yeah, we spent a few money, but our net spends crap, and not as much as you, obviously.
Well, top teams, in it, so that's how I think. Right. Thank you, mate.
No worries.
Right, it's Natalie. I'm here with Bobby. Bobby, what do you think?
Absolutely poor. Just such a boring game. Really disappointed. Mourinho was obviously going for the point, because that's what we need to get second place. But what's the point if, you know, the fans are not entertained? No real attacking football. That we created opportunities, but did it look like we were going to score? Maybe once or twice with Jesse Lingard. We hit the post, I think Luke Shaw. But it wasn't enough from Paul Pogba, from the majority of players, and Anthony Martial's.
I can tell you're disappointed. Obviously, do you think Rashford and Martial should have started then?
But I wanted Lingard to start as well, maybe all 3 of them. just to give us some pace on the counter-attack. We did nothing on the counter-attack. They were going to have the ball sometimes, not most of the game, but because they're home. So when we counter-attack, we need to rip their defence open. Their defence just sat there and they knew what to do. They were so organised because they were comfortable. And we didn't have a chance when they sat back and created their defence. So.
Obviously, you just said about the saves that were made. So obviously you can say, their keeper, especially in the first half, I thought he pulled off some worldies.
Yeah, all right saves. Jesse Lingard hit the ball at the goalkeeper, so he's expected to make him. He made him look good though. Yeah. He's a good goalkeeper, Adrian, but yeah, he's all right.
I mean, I know you said just then that Mourinho was going for the point. I mean, what do you think of Mourinho overall? Do you think it was right to do that, or do you think he should have gone more attacking? Obviously, I know you think he should have.
Yeah, he's right to do that, but I want to be entertained as well, and so do many other fans. Yeah. So do it in a way where we're excited and we're looking forward to every second of the game, because every game is the most important of the season. Like, obviously it's not, but it should feel like it, because we go into the game, we're all excited, and then nothing happens, and it's just like, all right, let's go home then, forget it.
Well, Mourinho might have seen this as a positive, and obviously De Gea's got his clean sheet, so those are a few positives. Like, the second is confirmed.
Yeah.
So you can see the bright side, obviously.
Yeah, but if we're just going for second, like, we knew that we were going for second in December, not even this year, so I guess we're just used to it, just going for points, not really caring about what goes on the pitch. We do want to be entertained, but what's the point when we're nothing to look forward to that much?
Obviously, you mentioned Pogba. How do you think his season's gone so far?
Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe, but I think he's done really well, showed really good moments, held the ball up today really good, but very slacky with the shots, and just none of his shots were finessing, like top corner, bam, like he was just hitting them and having fun, like it was training, wasting opportunities. He just needs a good kick up just to get him going a bit,
You confident for the final?
Yeah. Chelsea are rubbish, but yeah, 100%.
Nice one, mate.
Thank you so much.
With Nicky Hawkins, West Ham Fan TV. What do you think of that today, Nicky?
I thought we played very well. I thought we passed the ball well. It was a bit of a damp squib for both teams, really, weren't it? It felt more like a friendly than anything else. But no, I thought we played well. I thought your manager could have gone a bit more for it, leaving the big players out. I know you've got a cup final coming up, so you've sort of guaranteed second now, and the season's just whimpering out a little bit, isn't it? Yeah.
I agree. I mean, were you confident when you saw our lineup?
Do you know what? I'm never confident. It's Man United at the end of the day, you know what I mean? And we haven't been very good at all, at home especially. But we've got the players to do damage. I thought he got not the tactics wrong, but I didn't think, and I think it would have been Hernandez's game today to get behind the defence. I think the defence is a big, strong defence. The way Arnie plays is very physical, and then the only player to come on is Carroll. So I couldn't see any way through, to be quite honest with you. And I said that at about 60 minutes, 55 minutes. I couldn't see us scoring, but then I couldn't see you scoring, and I thought it was a fair result. I thought the referee was very poor. I thought he was very poor. I think he ruined the flow of the game. I think it could have been a better game if he'd let it go a little bit. But that's football at the end of the day, and I'm glad to see the back of this Premier League season, to be quite honest.
Me and you both. So obviously you've got our old manager there. Just want to know sort of how you're feeling. I mean, I know you said his tactics wasn't great today, but overall, do you think he's done a good job for you?
No, I don't. I don't think he's done a good job. I think he's scraped staying up just through other teams being poor, to be quite honest with you. He's got no change of tactic. He plays one way and one way only, whether we're playing Man United, Chelsea at home or Stoke. Before, I mean, that was the best game of football we've seen. So that's saying at the London Stadium underneath him, probably apart from the Southampton game. But I think we've stayed up in spite of him, not because of him. His tactics are very negative. He goes out not to get beat rather than to win games. We had nothing riding on this today, and I think he could have gone for it a little bit more. I think United didn't look that interested. and he didn't look that interested in winning the game either. So I'd get rid of him, to be quite honest with you. I don't think he's a Premier League manager. He showed with Sunderland that he's a very poor manager. He hasn't done anything to impress me here. And I want to see someone with a bit more positivity in their tactics to come over next season. So.
I mean, obviously, there's this game 0-0 and there's the first game of the season. It does look like two different Uniteds, to be honest, to me. What do you think of him? Have you seen the bits you've seen of us?
Solid team. Not the free-flowing football that I'm used to see a United team playing, underneath Ferguson and stuff like that. With the players that you have and the money you've spent, I think there should be a little bit more attacking intent. He does a lot to kill games rather than win games, and I think you've got the players. Like I was looking at Sanchez, I was speaking to my colleague today, and I was thinking he looks lost at United because he hasn't got that free-flowing football. And I know Arsenal, they're a poor side now, really, but they have got that attacking intent. They've got that intent to pass the ball and get them little short ball. With United, they set up more not to lose. A little bit like us, to be quite honest with a few more better players, of course. So.
Well, thanks, Nicky. Thanks for speaking to us. No Cheers. Problem. I'm here with Alfred. Alfred, what do you think of that?
It was a shocking performance, honestly. It replicated Brighton away, Newcastle away, and Huddersfield away. Honestly, there's no impetus in the attack. It's all the same movement. No one's moving about for the ball. No one wants to create any chances, and yeah, it wasn't great.
You've listed a few away games there that weren't very good. I mean, what do you think the problem is away from home?
I think we're too negative away from home. I think we just want to play for the draw. The way Mourinho set his team up today, played like a 5-3-2 or 3-5-2, whatever it was, and we just played negatively. We didn't play without a striker, so there's no target man to feed the midfield runners and the third runners. So it was just a negative ball.
Obviously, when you saw that lineup, is that what your instant thought was? Negative, or did you think, say, Sanchez could do it, Lingard could do it?
I thought Sanchez played well up front when he was at Arsenal, so I was thinking, yeah, it could be a good false nine, link the play up and make good runs and support Lingard and Pogba as well. But that just wasn't the case today. It was just the same. You replicate the Brighton performance, to be honest. No impetus in the attack, and yeah, that's it. We play for the draw.
Are you worried going into the final at all then?
Oh, playing like this, yeah. It was a poor performance. Chelsea should be rubbing their hands together, to be honest.
Well, they weren't that good last night, so maybe we can bring it back, Watford, and then the final.
Yeah, I mean, if we put a good performance in against Watford, then that should put us in good stead for the final. But, the game at Watford is just Carrick's parade, isn't it? So players will be on holiday. I don't think he'll play a strong team. I think he'll be saving for the players for the final. And yeah, we'll just have to see next week, won't we?
Yeah, okay. Thank you, Alfred.
All right, thank you.